rings in my head right now after a 27-24 loss by the Miami Dolphins to the Carolina Panthers is the actions and words of some of the Dolphins' past coaches and players like Vic Fangio, who we tried to run out of town and who couldn't get out of town fast enough. And on the way out, he said these players are more worried about going out than getting out here to practice. Jordan Poyer, who was a longtime Bill, played for the Dolphins last year, back on the Bills. When he was with the Dolphins, said, now that I'm with this team, I see it a little differently. But on the outside looking in, the rest of the league, they always said the Dolphins are really soft and they're going to always fade away at the end of a game. And Brian Flores, a guy who allegedly didn't really want to take Tua Tagovailoa in the draft, a guy who, for the most part, looked like he didn't really want to play Tua Tagovailoa that much, and a guy who one time against the Raiders, when the game was on the line, pulled Tua Tagovailoa out and put Ryan Fitzpatrick in. Those actions and words ring so loudly in my head right now. And I know I'm just a little bit down. Hopefully this is the worst game of the year. But man, it just seems like there are possibly some really fundamental problems wrong with this Dolphins team. 305-567-0560 is the number to call. I want to hear what you have to think. Allison from Hollywood. Go ahead.
Hey guys. This comes down to one thing. I mean, like you just said, your caller before that was like 24-20. We're in it. We're going to win it. Defense wasn't playing 100%, but they kept us in the game. You got 2 minutes. You get the ball back with 2 minutes. That's a lot of time. And you go 3 and out. No running game. No running. I coached Pee-wee. I coached Optimus. I could have called a better play call in that last 2 minutes. I mean, you Waller. What I think Mike McDaniels likes to outthink his own self, and this falls on him and Tua. But we already know Tua has shown you who he is throughout this whole season. He's not that guy. He's not a 2-minute guy. So that's why it falls on Daniel.
Allison.
Yeah, it falls on Tua, but it falls on Daniels because, like you said, Flores knew that Tua wasn't the guy, but Daniel still puts him in that position and makes him throw 3 throws and then punts the ball. That's the sickening part of this game. And if Ross doesn't fire this guy, I don't know what else is it going to take for you? I mean, and as far as Tua, my theory is as soon as he got thrown on his back, he played scared Tua for the rest of the game. That's it. I'll take the comments off the air.
Okay, Allison, I was going to ask you one thing real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
A good coach and a good quarterback in this league, and I was in New Orleans for Sean Payton and Drew Brees, would salivate to get the ball back with 1:59, down by 3, and 3 timeouts.
Yes, that's true. 3 timeouts, too, and you go 3 and out and give the other team back the ball whose offense was on fire. Our defense, I mean, come on, you saw your defense was gassed, and you still said, no, we're going to punt and just take our chances, and look what happened. It was so...
I know. And the other side of it is this. I'll bring back Drew Brees and Sean Payton. They get the ball back with 1:59 in the game and 3 timeouts. They would have to start when they got close to the goal line, running the clock because they don't want to give the ball back to the other team. We couldn't complete a pass. 305-567-0560. Going out to my Duty out there in the ATL. Duty, make me feel good.
I don't know if I can do that, Dan. Where you at?
Where you at, man? Man, I'm frustrated right now. Where you at?
Yeah, same, dude. I guess you can go silver lining and say maybe this is a catalyst to just let's go blow it up. Like what are we doing here? There's nothing to be confident about anymore. Like this game's in the bag, and they blew it in so many ways. So I did a little bit of research. My brother actually sent me his ChatGPT results for asking if any football team, college or pro, has ever punted the ball while down 3 with 75 seconds. And apparently there was one game where the Falcons punted the ball with 70 seconds left while down by 3. They were on the Buccaneers' 41-yard line. So they could have either attempted a 58-yarder, which, in 2008 or 2005, I don't think they were doing 58-yarders, but they punted the ball and ended up losing the game because the Buccaneers ran out the clock. It was dubbed the dumbest punt in NFL history, and Mike McDaniel has entered the chat.
He is right up there, dude. You sound demoralized more than frustrated. At least I'm angry. I'm hoping they're still got something on the season, man. But that punt bewildered me. Like I said, I thought Trevor was telling me there was a penalty or something was going on, and I was like, wait, no, they can't be punting because even if you do turn it, even if you turn over on downs, all you have to do is stop the Carolina Panthers, who are just going to run the ball 3 times. They kick a field goal, you still get the ball back, and you're only down by 6.
Yeah, and you're punting to a team that you've already allowed almost 50 rushing yards to. Like, what gave you the idea that your defense might be able to make that stop and you get the ball back, even if you have 3 timeouts? What are you doing?
You're trusting statistically one of the worst defenses in the league.
Right. Like, what confidence did you have in the defense's ability to make that stop when they had to? Instead of getting a 4th down conversion with about a minute left, like what are we doing? And then it shows no confidence in your offense, I guess. Is that it? Like, because Brian Flores, like you said, he saw that Tua just can't do it in the clutch, which is weird that he actually won a national championship. But I guess his team was a little better back then.
Team around him.
This team is now.
He had a good coach too.
Yeah, that helps. And I guess we don't have one. So, yeah, I know. It's like, okay, yeah, you fire the GM and the coach after game 5 of the season. Like, okay, then what? What are you going to do then? You put interim people in position. It's a disaster either way. So it's like, what can we do to, factor? How can we reset in a way that makes sense? It's something.
Jones is the obvious one. He might not make it back with the team. I'm just speculating. I mean, you're probably better off. Nonetheless, dude, this is my thing. I'm scared. I'm not just frustrated. I'm scared because those are fundamental problems that your defense gets worked by Rico Dowdle. Your offense on a 2-minute drill can't complete a pass. That your coach punts with 75 seconds left in the game down by 3. Those are fundamental problems. Those aren't, man, that referee screwed us, or, oh, crap, if he wouldn't have tripped. Those I can live with. These are things that are really fundamental and deep that we have with the Dolphins right now.
100%. So, yeah, rotten to the core. So what do? Do you just let them fail the rest of the season and then make changes at, like, first day, like that Black Monday? Oh, boy, everybody going.
Get it ready. Well, dude, we'll meet up at Funky Buddha. If you were in town, we go afterwards because I need a couple of beers after this game.
Dude, I got some, but I'll be down there over the holidays, baby. I'll see you.
You know where to find me. That's my duty right there. Back to the phone lines, 305-567-0560. We have Gilbert from Fort Lauderdale. Gilbert, go ahead.
Yo, big dog, what's good? Long time no see.
Yeah, man, what's up?
Not much, man. How's it going, bro?
I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm angry. I'm frustrated, and I need a beer. So I guess that's kind of me and Enigma wrapped up into a riddle.
Sounds about right. Hey, real talk. I love how you quoted it. Streets in your body, right? So you watch Raising Kanan, right?
No, actually, my co-host, my cousin Vladimir Luison watches that, and he brought it to my attention. But yeah, I have heard the phrase.
All right. The show he got it from is Raising Kanan, and this is literally just a quote from that too. One of the main characters, what did he say to his brother? You soft. You're as long you're okay with losing everything I gave you as long as you're looking pretty doing it. Mm-hmm. That's the dope. They don't care. They want to do more TikTok. They want to do stupid stuff. They can't do these backflips, and everybody's they're not worried about winning as much as they want to showboat and do Instagram BS. And that's the problem with the Dolphins.
Gilbert,
like you said,
you bring up a great point. And I thought about this, and at the time, I didn't think it was very important. When we got those first 2 early turnovers, I thought that the celebrations were a little excessive considering it was the first quarter.
Right. Agreed.
Because they want to make Sports Center. They want to make TikTok. They want to make everybody talk about them. The game wasn't over at that point, obviously. But now you're making sense now. Right. They want to look pretty and lose rather than look ugly and win.
Agreed 100%. And even looking back to Chop, and this is not to call Chop specifically, but look at Chop. Like, he gets a sack after like 8-10 weeks of last year, right? Or whatever it is, however long it took him. And he wants to, and they have a losing record, and then he gets a sack, and then he gets the whole team involved. Oh, chop! It's so stupid, bro. You guys suck. They all suck. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's give credit to one Jalen Waddle, who stepped up and knew he had to step up. He doesn't do the Waddle. He scored today. He said, no, I mean, he did not do the Waddle today, man. He said, forget that. Ain't no time for all that. It's time for winning. He seems like he understands the serious situation that this team is in.
Agreed. But again, like I said, case in point, the point I was trying to make was upset about it. They're millennial good. They're not good. They're millennial good. They want to celebrate mediocrity and just, hey, let's show up and try. No, bro. It's winning or losing, bro. That's what the standard is. Standard is the standard. I can't lower the standard for you or anybody else because at the end of the day, we start lowering the standard, we're going to lose collectively, and that's what they do. Week in and week out, they lose collectively because they constantly lower the standard.
I agree with you on that, and I'll quote the great Ari Gold from Entourage. There are no asterisks in life, only scoreboards. There is no asterisk that says, oh, but this. Only a scoreboard that says you lost 27-24 today. Nothing other than that. 305-567-0560 is the number to call. Let's go right now to, trying to find him real quick. Damien in Hollywood. Damien, go ahead, man.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen. Thanks for taking my call. Appreciate it. Like you said, Dan Day, while you punted the ball, I watched this game, Dan Day, 17-0. I have no expectations whatsoever. And Dolphins fans, this is what you got to do. We're all reacting right now. Take it. Stop spending money and stop showing up. That's the answer. This coach is a joke. It's like a clown show. Tua Tagovailoa has been paid millions of dollars, and 2 minutes you can see he gets anxious.
Mm-hmm.
Their offensive line is garbage.
Right.
And, it's just crazy, guys. I mean, it's just crazy. And 30-something, 40-something years of this, and Stephen Ross is, he's just concerned about Formula One tennis tournaments and next year with the World Cup. I mean, this guy would not have survived in any other team right now. This guy would not survive right now. It is a joke. You punt the ball and you're down, fourth down. The defense hasn't been stopping this team. And then I thought Derrick Henry got traded to Carolina today. 200 and something yards.
I never knew Rico Dowdle was such a they're saving
Right,
him. What they're saving him for?
Right, exactly. But like I said, Dan, I mean, did they watch the Hurricanes game last night? You make adjustments. The FSU goes down and scores 3 points. They don't get nothing until the fourth quarter because, Mario Perry is conservative, but the defense was gas. But the team ran the ball. Carson Beck threw the ball down the field. Tua overthrows the man. Another game, you can't come through in the clutch. Is like, what's the point?
Like I said, man, Mama always said, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And like I said, any good quarterback and coach would dream of that situation. 1:59, 3 timeouts, and the ball in your hand. And what did we do? 3 and out and overthrew our wide open receiver on a second down and punted with about 75 seconds left. One more phone call before we go to break. We're just going to continue to take your phone calls. 305-567-0560. Paul and Davie. Paul, bring it. What's up?
You there?
Yeah, Paul, what's up?
Hey, listen, the last caller kind of stole my thunder.
Go ahead, though.
I've been a Dolphins fan for over 50 years, and this year I divorced him. I went out with my son. We went to Markham Park. We enjoyed ourselves. It's very clear to me, as it should be for other Dolphin fans, that the owner does not want to win the championship. You hired Greer. And I know people are going to say, well, you can't go back in time, and yet you have to go back in time to look at the Tua pick because Herbert was right there, and he made that pick, or maybe the owner did. I'm not sure, but making that pick over Herbert when you had all the information in front of you that Tua was injury prone says the story right there. The offensive line sucks. It's been sucking for years. The defensive line sucks. It's been sucking for years. Now the owner didn't. I don't think he hired Cam Cameron. But let's look. Cam Cameron, Joe Poindexter Philbin, Adam Gase, Flores is the wild card. I didn't like him at first, but it's become clear to me that he really was trying to fix this team. Little defensive oriented, not as offensive, risk taking. Fine, I get it. But then you get Dan Campbell coming in as the interim coach, and everyone's gelling around him, and everyone's talking about this guy. He's a man's man. He's the coach, and they're all rallying around him. You're the owner of the team. You have to look at that and go, you know what, Dan? Normally I wouldn't give you a chance because I don't know you, but you know what? Everyone seems to be rallying around you. I'm going to give you 2 years. And Greer, but see, the problem is you got to stop going to the games. You got to stop buying the merchandise. You got to stop paying attention. No watching the games, nothing. I wrote this on the website numerous times, like Ross, NHL's happening next week. I can't wait for the Panthers. I've been a diehard, drooling Dolphins fan. I'm just listening to the after game now because I'm doing something on the computer.
Thank you.
I don't watch a game. I don't care. I am so happy that they lost because the only way for everyone to potentially get a better team is, one, for the owner to sell the team, two, the owner to not sell the team and say, Greer, you're fired, along with all the scouts, clean house completely. Get a GM that's a strong GM and a strong coach. If you're going to take a chance on a coach, logic would dictate, I'm going to go to into the college ranks. Now, we've tried this with Saban. I get it. But that doesn't mean you stop doing it. You go to the college rankings and you find a coach that manages both the offense and the defense, top level team. You say, I'm going to give you a chance, because that coach has the responsibility and knows how to put together a game plan for the offensive side and the defensive side. It's not a project. We have all these projects going on. That rests with the owner. He should fire the GM. He should fire the coach. The other coach said, well, what should we do? Absolutely what I just said. You're all gone. See you later. I don't care. Lose every single game. And then make sure that you have the right management in place to say, I'm going to make the right decisions. And also, that GM sits down with the owner, sits down with the coach. I want a nasty offensive line. I want a nasty defensive line. I want the guys where, they're not kicking them, but they're not like, get out of my way. I'm going to beat you. And until you get players like that and a coach that wants to coach and has passion, you're never going to win.
Paul's not alone in Dolphin Nation. A lot of people saying that. And hey, what do successful businesses have? Good management and leadership.